Okay, hi guys. So I'm Tanan. I'm having my first day at the dorm stay. So one of the identity that I have identified that might affect my dorm stay will be our friendship. So basically, our social circles are very different. They're very diverse. So mostly my flatmates, they have a very outspoken and loud friends. From what I've seen and gathered from the time where we check in for attendance together. So yeah, I think this might affect the stay, as I might not be able to get along with them since we have such diverse personalities, right? Yeah, so we'll see how lah. But I think what I can look forward to will be like to overcome the fear that I have lah of being awkward. So maybe I can learn from them, maybe open myself, and I can actually interact with them so that we can actually, I don't know, build friendship and bond together, I guess. So yeah, that's it. My name is Royston, admin number 1802721I, and my apartment number is 03-01. For my pre-residential video reflection, the element of identity that I will be talking about is socio-economic status. As I have observed in the class, my dormmates are clustered at the mid to high socio-economic status based on their dress styles and accessories, while I am at the low socio-economic status based on my poor family and living condition. As you guys know, we are required to bring our own personal belongings for a more comfortable stay, and my concern towards that is that my dormmates might be a bit judgmental towards that, as it might be deemed as cheap to them. As for me, I'm looking forward to interacting with my dormmates, as personally, I'm an extrovert and I very much like to interact with new people and make more friends. As I have observed in day 1 of the dorm stay, all my dormmates are a gamer, which I am too. This will provide us with a common topic to talk about, and it will reduce the awkwardness between us, and also it will provide us with a platform to bond together too.
Regarding the first question, there are a few elements of my identity that I think most impacted me on my residential stay, such as age, religion, gender, and even the language that I'm most comfortable with speaking. As I'm a person that speaks Chinese and my flatmate speaks English, I'm afraid that this might be an issue here. Hence, I try to resolve it as well as make compromise by speaking English more often. For the second question, as this residential stay is a new thing to me, I look forward to making new friends, getting to know one another, understanding one another better, and helping one another in projects. In the future, we could even meet up to have meals together and lend a helping hand when one is in need to keep and maintain our friendship.
Hello, I am Matthew and this is my pre-residential video reflection. One of the elements of my identity that I feel might impact my stay here in this dorm is my religion. I am a free thinker and I know that the rest of my dorm mates are Buddhists, and I feel that this might impact my stay because they may have some cultures or beliefs that I am unaware of, and I might unintentionally offend them, and this might lead to conflict or exclusion. But I hope that by the end of this day, I am looking forward to being able to be friends with them, and we are able to hang out and play games and possibly study together as not just dorm mates but friends as well.
Right. Okay. So this is our last dorm day night stay. So yeah, basically from the 5 days, what I've learned is that our identities were, yeah, as I thought, it was quite different due to our social circle. So yeah, that was what was most different. How I saw this was that how we actually used our free time. So basically, for me, I'll be inside my room using my phone, scrolling through Instagram, looking at some fashion related posts, while chatting, and Royston will be outside playing their video games like Call of Duties or Mobile Legends. Or Matthew Actually, I didn't see him much. He was inside his room as well. Probably studying. Yeah. So that was what was most different about us. There was no conflict among us, and how we managed to cope with our differences is by basically having dinner and talking to each other in the common space whenever we see each other lah. So I think yeah, we did have quite a fun time staying together, I would say. Yep. Okay, bye.
For the post-residential video reflection, the element of identity that I was most different from as compared to them would be the type of friends we have. After staying with them for 4 days, I'm usually the one that reached back to the dorm earliest at about 8 p.m, while they will reach back at the dorm at about 10 to 10:15 p.m. This might be because the type of friends that I have is those that goes back home early for dinner, while for them, their friends would usually hang out till late at night. For us, we didn't have any conflict while we are staying in a dorm, but if there were a conflict, the element of identity that would cause this conflict would be the lifestyle. As for me, I'm usually the one who bathes the longest, and as for Matthew, he will usually blast his music very loud without a earpiece, and for Jiaqing, it's the same, but he watches video. However, the four of us is very happy-go-lucky, and we would compromise and understand each other. That's why we didn't have any conflict that arise.
For the first question, the element of my identity that was most different is hobby. Hobby were most different from my flatmates, as we have different types of hobbies, interests. For example, Royston, who like to dance, Matthew, who like to play computer game, Tanan, who like to look around at fashion style, and me, that prefer to do nothing and sleep during my free time. Another element is the language that I'm most comfortable with speaking. This is different as I'm more comfortable with speaking Chinese, while my flatmates prefer speaking English. For the second question, as I am a person that is the happy-go-lucky type, my flatmates were all easygoing. The elements of my identity did not cause conflict between us. However, if there were to be conflicts, I would try to give in and compromise in order to keep the conflicts from happening.
Hello, it is the final night of our stay here in the dorm, and this is my post-stay reflection video. So one of the elements of my identity I felt that affected my stay here is that most of my dorm mates are quite fluent in Chinese, and I'm more of a English speaking person. So naturally this arises in some conflict between us because there were times where they would be conversing in Chinese and I would not understand, but luckily we managed to overcome this obstacle because one of my dorm mates, Tanan, is actually fluent in both Chinese and English, so he helped me translate what they were saying, and therefore we were able to communicate. Yeah. Hi, so this is our final night here, and some final thoughts that I have is that we managed to click very well, to the point where we even had a hot pot dinner just now, and we even went to the supermarket opposite school to buy all the ingredients and we cooked it together and we ate it together. So I also feel that this dorm stay was a very fulfilling experience, and I'm very glad that I have these people as my dorm mates, as they were very friendly and approachable.
Okay, so as I've mentioned in the pre-residential video reflection that I want to interact and bond more with them, it was indeed a success, and after getting to know each other for 4 days, be it our daily lifestyle or our respective courses, and we have many submissions that is due next week. Each of us coincidentally studied together at a big table on day 3, and during our break, we managed to strike up conversation with each other and we got to know each other more through that. To me, it was the most memorable thing that happened to me at the dorm stay. Overall, it was a fruitful experience, and if I were to have another dorm stay, I would gladly do so.
So for me, it is a new thing to stay at a dorm, hence I find it fruitful to meet new people. and being able to understand how the dorm feels like in school. Overall, it is a wonderful experience at the residential stay.
Okay, so I feel that this dorm stay was very meaningful and fruitful. I got to meet these people. They're actually very nice. So basically, I learned that we shouldn't judge a book by its cover. We had a very fun time, right, guys?
Yeah, of course.
So yeah, we actually took turns buying snacks for each other while we study or we torn at night, or stay up late. So yeah, that's it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have this one performance for y'all. okay. So 1, 2, 3.
Whoa.
Okay. Bye. Shit. You're studying. Studying with army. Huh? Okay.